Hello guys, Stay Patient here, back on YouTube. I know I posted a video earlier saying I was going to move this stream to Twitch, which I have done for an hour or so. Hey Charlie, Luke. I was thinking about it, and I think what would be the best approach is, because we had far fewer viewers on Twitch, I was hoping more people would come across, but we had around 25 and then it dipped to about 15. So I figured what I'll probably do is start streaming on Twitch at other times, if I have the opportunity to do so. But this stream, this Tuesday night stream that I started a couple of weeks ago, the whole point of it in the first place was to be able to interact with you guys, to give you the chance to ask me questions and all that kind of thing. So I figured I don't want to take that from you. I was thinking it would be an easy process, just like everyone to go across to Twitch, but obviously I totally understand people wanting to use what they're used to, and it makes total sense. I think maybe it's something for in the future when I've got a bigger following or something. Maybe it's a case of having this stream on Tuesdays because you guys are used to it being here. You're used to it. You're used to me streaming at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, so I'll keep this as it is for now, and then maybe try and pepper in some Twitch streaming at other times. But so just stream is offline. Try refreshing. Yeah, look at that. See, we've already got more people in here than we had after an hour of streaming on Twitch, so I think it makes sense to stick with what we've got going at the moment. Cancer, if you just refresh the page, if you're on desktop. But yeah, hey guys, just kind of catching up with everyone in the stream, in the chat here. I think because the main reason I was thinking of switching to Twitch was obviously because of the chat overlay, so that you guys watching this later would be able to see what's going on in the chat. But I think if I leave the original stream archived on my channel rather than uploading it separately as a separate video, then I think you're going to be able to see the chat happening, when it happened in the stream, if that makes sense. Like, see it happening live but not live. I don't know. How do you explain that? You can kind of, as you're watching it on the side of the screen, I think you can watch it, as if it was being streamed there and then. Horizon, we're on Horizon at the moment, Matt. Can I pronounce your name? A user? I could stream on both, Doctor, but it would just be a nightmare trying to keep up with both chats. Anyway, guys, let's pop this chat out, and I'm sure I'll be explaining this to lots of people as they join. I'm just getting everything set up because obviously we've had to change some settings here as we changed across. My first post on a live video on YouTube coming right now. Hey, Mike. All right, guys. So we have been streaming Horizon for about an hour, but I don't mind changing if people want to watch something different. I know we did this last week. Let's just look at the voting thread here. I'll tell you what I'll do is let's copy this across, let you guys, because I did post this on Twitter and I posted it in the Twitch chat, obviously. We'll keep all the votes as they are, but if you guys jump on and have your say about what you'd like us to play. Yes, Horizon is. I've not finished it yet because just time, but Horizon is an easy plat, yeah. So we've got Livelock, which I don't mind playing with some of you guys if you want, if you want to do some co-op on that to get the trophies out of the way. In fact, that would be quite cool because it's a very easy and fairly quick platinum, about 15 hours, but there are a few trophies that require 3 people. So if anyone wants to play Livelock with me and jump in on the stream, we can do that. I've downloaded Siegecraft Commander, which is meant to be super easy and super quick. So we could always play that. We got Trackmania from last week. I think that was less popular because people said it was a bit boring without the online tracks. Shadow Mordor we started a couple of weeks ago. Not many votes for that. Horizon Zero Dawn, obviously, what we're on at the moment. But yeah, jump on the link that I've posted. Let us know. Hey Eski, another trophy YouTuber by the looks of it. Yeah, jump on this. Let's see. Jump on the link and let us know what you want to play via voting. We've got Horizon Zero Dawn in the lead, but we've done that for an hour. But I'll leave it up to you guys. Just pop your comments in the chat. Obviously, from next week, I'm going to start tweeting out. Playing My Name is Mayo, yeah. I'm going to start tweeting out the link to the voting thread so we can make the decision before we start. Let's see, is anyone voting at all? Yeah, it looks like some people are. Another vote for Trackmania. I'm quite up for playing some Trackmania, to be honest. But Livelock would be cool. Is anyone in the chat? Does anyone have Livelock? This is something that in the future we'll have sorted before the stream starts, so I apologise to anyone watching this at a later time. For a second I thought it was Matt with the crew. Yeah. That was a nightmare, man. Yeah, in the future I'll have everything sorted, but for now, because we've had a bit of a faff around trying a Twitch stream tonight and then switching back to YouTube, I think it's better if we yeah, just sort this out now. Sorry, I'm a bit turned around at the moment. Losing my train of thought constantly. We're not getting many comments on what you guys want to see. Let's make a choice. My Name is Mayo is a good example of my theory that Sony charged for a platinum trophy. Yeah, Michael, I know you've mentioned that before, but you've got to remember that My Name is Mayo is so cheap that if they had to spend anything to have a platinum, that would have been like their whole profit margin. Let's see, have we got any more votes here? Hey Callum, what are we playing today? That's exactly what I'm waiting for you guys to let me know. I'm starting to wonder if my mic's on. I've posted the link a few times. 1 or 2 people have voted. We've got a bunch of votes from earlier on because we have been streaming on Twitch for an hour already. But if I post that again, when you see when you see the post, don't assume I'm trying to plug my Patreon page. That's not what it's about. It's just that the voting thread is on Patreon, is public. How do you live off this? Do you make just enough to get by? I don't live off this. I work my backside off running a trophy service as well, and even that makes me very little. I make about £150 a month doing this, spending dozens and dozens of hours. So yeah, I don't do this for the money. If I did, I'd be an idiot. Let's see. Oh wow, okay, so Livelock has overtaken. I was kind of hoping something would overtake Horizon, because we've been playing that for a bit now. So guys, does anyone have Livelock? Or is it Livelock or Livelock? If anyone has it and is up for playing it, jumping in a chat and grouping up, I'm up for that. We can earn the 3-player trophies that need 3 different people. Ooh, pardon me. Just keep an eye on the... Yeah, that would be nice, Mike. That's, in fact, yeah, that is one of the things that makes this a bit more worthwhile, is all you guys on Patreon who are supporting me. that I make about the same on Patreon as I do on YouTube. So that makes it a little bit more worth my time, which is very cool. But you say it'd be nice to get more Patrons. I'm actually really proud of how we're doing on there, because there's a lot of much, much bigger channels than me that don't have anywhere near that kind of support, or like very similar level of support, you know? So it's going pretty well now. I'm really happy with that. Very appreciative of you guys. Right, where are we at? I think, yeah, let's quit out of this then and play some Livelock, shall we? How many plats do I have? About 240 or 250 on this account, about 80 on my old account, and probably 1,000 odd on other accounts. So guys, send me a PSN message if you want to play some Livelock with me. If not, I'll just do some solo. Yeah, I'd love to play some Trackmania as well, Christopher, but I think after last week, it was fun last week, but I don't know if it's that enjoyable to watch for an extended period of time. Although I've probably only got like an hour left streaming, so anyone know an easy but fun game to play that doesn't require a guide, like Goat Sim, Sleeping Dogs, and Pac-Man? Venomous, try out Livelock. Does it need a guide? Not really. There's collectibles in it, but not many, and most of them you can find naturally. I need a job. Ratchet and Clank remake. Oh yeah, good example of a super easy but really fun plat. It doesn't need a guide. Okay guys, I'm going to assume that no one needs, or no one has Livelock. We'll play some solo. Yeah, that's what I mean, Mike. It's pretty cool like that. I think if you put the work in, and I don't know, I'm not really sure why people feel they can support me on there, but it's really nice that they do. Very generous. No, Horizon, I mean, I've not finished it yet, but it's not hard. It's just long. It just takes a while. Whew. Okay guys, so this is Livelock. What I'm going to do is start a new character and show you like the progression in the game. I'm like 40% through with this character that I just started earlier today. Livelock, yeah, on the EU store. Absolutely, man. So if we go to Machine Lab, we can add a new character. So we've got 3 classes here. Hex is like the basic soldier, more like long range. Vanguard is the tank, basically. His main weapon is a melee attack, which is pretty cool. And then Catalyst is like the medic. But I think, I don't know, Catalyst is the one I would use. Catalyst is the one I'd use if I was playing in a group, I think. No, Nears is very easy as well, from what I hear. Let's go with Hex, shall we? So select. Okay. Right, so start game. Campaign. Oh yeah, it's Automata that's easy. I'm not really sure about the old one. I think that's tougher. Have I already opened these? I think because I completed them with another character. Oh, that's interesting. You don't have to play them with all characters. You do have to level up though. I wonder if it's worth carrying on with the character that I already had on the go then. The only thing is I'll need to follow a guide for the collectibles, which shouldn't take much extra time, but I guess then what you can do is unlock all the locations, all the missions with one character, and then just farm the final mission, although it would be too hard, wouldn't it? Yeah, no, we'll do this. We'll stick with this, because we're not going to be able to jump to the very last mission with a low-level character. Hey, Izzy. Roman. One. Okay, let's do this. Oh man, 2 secs. That's a bit better. Hey Talal, you can jump on my website. I think it's linked in the description of my videos on the channel. Right, let's go normal. I am doing it on hard with one of my characters, but that's because you need to complete all the missions on hard, but I think you only need to do that with one character. We'll do it on hard anyway. Screw it. Who cares? Let's go public, just in case anyone joins us. Livelock is not a hard platinum. It's very easy, in fact. Why has that got a plus next to it? Okay, so you basically get different weapons. You can upgrade them with these blue, I forget what they're called, but this kind of currency that you collect. And then you've got functions, which is basically moves. It's very similar to Alien Nation in the way it's structured. And these firmware things are just basically cosmetic. Pretty much like Destiny. Yeah, it's a top-down twin stick shooter, so it's kind of like Alien Nation, but it's more linear. It's not as open, and what else was I going to say? It's not. Sorry, I must be tired tonight. It's not as like heavy on the leveling and the looting and stuff like that.
Centuries ago, a burst of gamma rays crippled humanity. With 10 years to prepare, a cataclysm that promised to eradicate all living things spiraled towards Earth. No organic life could survive, and so it was agreed. Humanity would have to evolve. The ancients loaded their minds into machines.
Is this Mass Effect? No.
Artificial intellects. 3 were chosen to go first.
I'm sure the devs would be really flattered by the fact that you got it confused with Mass Effect.
And the scientist. With his body. Let's go.
Carpe diem.
The only thing better than building a robot is becoming one.
The mainline network is constructed. Housing millions of
Seats
human
getting
lives,
caught in wires.
broken into 3 clusters. New York, Tokyo, Moscow. Or in the aftermath of Cataclysm, an Eden was built. A sanctuary where organic life could be reborn. A human contingency project. A second chance. High in orbit, a super AI was placed to oversee transition.
SATCOM online. I promise that under my protection, humankind will not.
We can skip this if you want, but I figure some people might want to check it out.
Was too strong. The data corrupted, the past forgotten. In the chaos, capital intellects were lost, and the clusters fell.
Yeah, Battlefield 1 is nice and.
Warfare and destruction. For centuries.
Yeah, you probably don't want to ask me about that on here, Talal.
One who could conquer the warring clusters.
Just
store corrupted intellects and activate Eden.
Just take a look at my channel and you'll see a link to my website.
And through you, humanity may rise yet again.
Pulmonary trophy. Which one's that again? How many hours do I play in a week? It used to be a lot. Now it's very, very little.
Your long hibernation is finally
I go
over.
days, sometimes weeks without playing at all because the channel takes up most of my time, which is a shame. But it's nice to be able to share all my years of experience with other people, even if it means I don't have as much time to play myself.
Where am I?
This is your home.
Right, so we've got.
The birthplace of the capital intellect.
Is this
Remember anything?
on the other character? The main weapon
Continuity is a common
is
part
melee.
of the Livelock
It's like
process.
you've got these gauntlets that you
Your
use.
memories will return.
So I'm not sure how the ammo works, whether you've got limited ammo on your primary when it's a weepon. But if I reload,
in due
No, I think you've got infinite ammo. You just need to reload to get the clip back. All right. Anyway, there's not going to be any collectibles until much later in the game with this character because I've already collected all of the, a lot of the first kind of story-related ones, and the rest are all related to each class, but they don't start showing up until much later. Bioshock Remastered does not have any multiplayer, no. Although, saying that, I think you might be able to play Clash in the Clouds multiplayer, but you don't have to. So there's no multiplayer requirements for trophies. So these blue canisters are giving me this kind of currency that we can use to level up. Oh, is this? Okay, so this is the first story one. That's cool to know because I might want to do a guide. I might do a guide for the collectibles in this game, and knowing that they appear again, it's quite handy because it means I can do it with one of the other characters, even though I've already got them. Cool. So as you can see, it's very similar to Alien Nation in many ways. Another Final Fantasy X fan. That's awesome, man. I love that game.
There it is, Intellect. The first encryption key to Eden. Eden is the hidden sanctuary of humanity. The location of Eden is hidden by an unbreakable Vernum encryption cipher. During the Cataclysm, the encryption key was broken into 4 fragments.
I am.
Seek out the other machine clusters.
Oh, what's this
and
line?
collect the encryption key. Only then.
Oh right, yeah. You need for the pulmonary trophy, Mark. You need 4 people actually. It's not just one partner. But what you want to do is you want to, for pulmonary and dying light, you want to basically finish 5 side missions, but not turn them in, and then just find 3 people who can join you, and then literally just turn all of them in all at once. It's done in like 2 minutes. Oh cool, you can roll with this guy. Awesome. You do open up a lot more weapons and a lot more like abilities and stuff as you go through, but when you start you've literally just got the one gun. Have I got health regen? Yeah, cool. All characters have health regen. I think that might be a solo thing. Maybe if you're in a group you need a medic, but I don't know, I haven't tried it. I haven't taken note of how it works in co-op. The gramophone trophy. Which one's that again? Did you buy that when it was on sale, Sam? Because I mentioned that, didn't I? Is that part of the collection, the Datura? Came with like, what were the other games? Oh, I forget. All those super easy 100%s, wasn't it? Linger in the Shadows, that was one of them. Cheers, Lorna. I did put up a video earlier explaining that I was going to be moving it to Twitch, which I did do for an hour, but there was so few viewers on it compared to here that I thought... mostly I figured the whole point of the stream in the first place was to have interaction with you guys, so if most of the YouTube viewers weren't really happy moving across to Twitch, then I'll bring it back here and then just like stream on Twitch on other days if I have the time, but we'll stick on YouTube, at least for now, for the Tuesday stream. Spinning the handle on Datura.
Welcome back
Don't
to
remember
the
that.
surface intellect.
Oh, man.
Much has changed during your long slumber.
Tell you what, my backside's flipping this
The
chair.
network,
Something. Usually it's fine, but if you sit on it for hours, it gets really uncomfortable.
and shattered into separate clusters.
My
the
ass is
clusters grew in
just
strength
pain.
and now fight each other over resources in an endless war, threatening the very planet itself. Come, intellect. We must
It's another
stop the
collectible here.
clusters before it is too
There we go.
late.
Right, now I know this game. I can pretty much fly through. Oh, thought he was down. Remember, let me know, guys, if anyone wants to jump in on this with me. I'm happy to play with some viewers tonight, just for a bit, because there's some trophies that do require 3 people. So if you're planning on platting this at some point in the future, and you want to get those multiplayer trophies out of the way, we can do that tonight if you like.
Offline several years ago. Travel to the outpost and investigate its current status.
All right, I'll check it out.
Oh, Ni no Kuni. Who's talking about Ni no Kuni? Oh, one in. I'm going to pre-order Ni no Kuni 2. So excited. What made you bring that up, Lazenji? Oh, we have got an ability. What's that? X. Let's try it out. What is that? Is that like mines that go off when people walk through them? Or do I have to... try it out in a minute. Turn off... I don't know if you can turn off autosave in Day of the Tentacle, to be honest. Yeah, whoever's talking about Ni no Kuni, maybe they've announced a release date or something. If they have, let me know, because I'm so excited for that. In fact, I might start streaming some PS3. I bought a lead the other day that's going to allow me to stream PS3 games. Hopefully. I haven't tried it out yet. As long as it bypasses the HDCP, then I'll be able to. You can search these like bodies. Anything that glows blue, basically, kind of gives you a bunch of resources for upgrading.
Attached to what used to be
Oh, talking about the best JRPGs, nice.
Reduced to logic's most primal form, they are very aggressive and highly chaotic.
Hey, well done, Mark. I think, did you mention on my video in the comments that you played it and you didn't get into it, but then you tried it again? Because it's definitely one of those that takes a bit of getting into, isn't it? But it's really amazing. I haven't seen the new Destiny video for Destiny 2. Yeah, I do want to watch that because I will be buying that for the trophies. Destiny, like, I enjoy it, but at the same time, it's a terrible game. It's amazing and awful at the same time. Don't worry, no, you haven't had a bunch of lag. The game isn't speeding up after lag. We are moving extra fast thanks to that power up we just picked up.
Cluster mine deployed.
Hey, they're pretty cool. Yeah, I've never played any of the Tales of games.
Easy peasy.
Oh yeah, ukulele as well. There's so many games coming up, man. It's awesome. I'm really looking forward to ukulele. I think that's going to be one, just because it's different and I haven't really played a decent platformer for a while, apart from Ratchet and Clank. I think I'm just going to buy that. I don't even care. Like, I'm not going to check the reviews. I'm not going to check the trophies. I'm just going to dive into it. Because I really feel like playing a platformer. I need to start trying to catch up with some of my backlog though. For those of you wondering what I'm working on at the moment, I do have a Nero guide on the way. Guide for Nothing Ever Remains Obscure. Did I pick up the... Oh no, there's another one here. I like the destruction in this game. For a sort of lower budget game, it's pretty cool that you can kind of smash down walls and break cars and stuff. Yeah, I agree about Ni no Kuni. It's a slow starter, but I kind of like that. I like the fact that it starts off slow and then... Because it's kind of got a good learning curve. Because it's such a long game, you play it for a while just as one character, and then you get like one familiar, and you get used to using that, and you get a second one, get used to that. And like you spend hours playing with each setup before it's expanded and before it kind of starts adding new things to try and include or try and get your head around. This is going to be a tough character to use, I think, because the character I was using earlier today, the tank, has got like a shield. A bit like on Alien Nation, like a shield that you can put out in front of you and it absorbs damage and sends it back.
Incoming transmission across all frequencies. It looks like we have their attention.
Who dares set foot upon my surface? The capital intellect. How precious.
I'm kind of the opposite, Nathan. I never really spent much time with the PvP for Destiny. I do enjoy it. I mean, it's fun enough, but I'm more of a PvE player. It's just there wasn't enough PvE content, you know? It needs a lot more content, that game. There's a lot of things they need to correct for Destiny 2. If they do, if they make it like truly open, if they make it that you can like fly from planet to planet and they're fully open and everything, and there's like side missions dotted around each planet, stuff like that, I mean, that would be cool. Make it more of an actual MMO. More races as well, more different types of enemies. Just more variety in general.
Protect the outpost core while the uplink is in progress.
The age of man is over. All that remains is ashes and rust. There is no escape.
Toulouse, I love Toulouse, man. Yeah, you lose a lot of health as this character.
Cluster mines.
Is our time... It's really difficult to see the timer on your abilities because it's the same color as the center of the image, so sometimes it looks like it's available when it's not. Oh, did he just walk through all my mines? Seriously? Come on, this way. There we go. Those mines are nice and powerful. You can actually get the enemies to hit them. Oh, hidden area. Oh.
Embrace chaos intellect before it embraces you.
The outpost is back online.
What's this? What's become a bit boring? Assassin's Creed Brotherhood 2 Principe trophy guide, please. That's the DLC, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know if some people like Thief, but the large majority seem to hate it. And yeah, I love the Last of Us Online as well. I don't really play it more than I need to, just for the trophies, but it is really well put together. We've got a second weapon. I think we have. Right, what you can do is either carry on to the next mission or go back to the lobby, and then you can sort of upgrade stuff and equip stuff and check out all your new weapons and that. Okay, so we've got a new gun, Mass Driver. Is this marksman rifle that fires high velocity rounds penetrating through enemies in a straight line after a short charge up? Okay, so like a rail gun basically. So we've got 75. You'll see there we have we got 204, sorry. Got 204 like energy capsules or whatever they're called. And it costs 75 to upgrade each of these to the first level. So I think, yeah, let's do one of each. Why not? Keep ourselves well rounded. And we've got the first function, which is the cluster mines we were using. Eventually you get choices. You can kind of set your loadout with whatever you like. But yeah, let's crack on. April's PS Plus games will be announced tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll have 2 videos to put together. What will it be? The North American sales and the new PS Plus games, and then on Thursday with the European sales.
As the steward of
and I'm trying to find time to eat away at my Nero guide as well.
However,
I should be doing a Trophy Hunters hangout video this week sometime as well if I can. What I'm going to do with that series is going to be less often, but I'm going to include gameplay footage rather than just me being on webcam, so it can like kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So I'm actually going to include some footage from this in the first, in the next episode I put up. I do like the range on this thing. I must say the tank guy, although I didn't think I was going to enjoy playing as a tank, I think he's actually probably the most enjoyable because you have to really get in up close and personal. You're using your melee attacks and everything. Ooh. Leave some mines in that. It's funny, until you get more abilities, it's pretty much just a case of standing there and shooting.
What you said, lads?
Drawn to Death, a lot of people said that really sucked. They played the beta and they didn't like it, so I'm not really that excited for it, to be honest. I might try it out, but it was never a game I was like super hyped for. It just looked interesting. I think it's quite cool that they're trying something new with like the whole sketch style. I don't know if Modern Warfare, if it does come out separate to Infinite Warfare, it's probably going to be a while away because they're probably desperately trying to get sales on Infinite Warfare, which didn't do very well at all, you know, compared to their usual games. So I can see them keeping that as like a special edition bonus for a while. Oh, it slowed me down. It's just... Oh wow, those mines are awesome. So I'm trying to like trying to keep up with the chat here. Is Sound Shapes luck or skill based? I need 4 more trophies, but I've been trying for weeks. I'm tempted to just give up on it. It is a bit of both. It's quite a good kind of balance. Basically, every time you do the death mode levels, it's different. So sometimes it's a lot easier than other times. You know, all the coins or orbs or whatever you need to collect are much closer together, so you can get a lot of them quite quickly. But you still need skill, because sometimes, you know, you'll get a really lucky run, but you still need to be real quick. So if you fail or die, you've like wasted that lucky run. Ah. Guys, do you reckon you'd be interested in a trophy guide for this, for Livelock? It is a fun game. We're sort of early on at the moment, so it's quite basic at the moment. But if you guys reckon, you know, if enough of you are interested in playing it, it's quite cheap, it's an easy, quick plat, but it would be handy to have a guide for the collectibles. So I'm considering making one, but if, you know, it's the kind of game that very few people are playing, so I don't know if it would be worth my time.
Intellect. I fear that any remaining hostiles will attempt to recapture the outpost. Leave none standing.
Yeah, it is fun, Callum. Yeah, I might well do that, Lorna. It should be quite an easy guide to put together, to be honest. All guides take a few days to make, obviously, but it shouldn't be too time-consuming. Right, we've got a power-up here, so we're going to leave that until we're defending the base, whatever it is, this vehicle here.
Excellent work, Intellect. You have located the hulking hound. Deploy the node servitor to commence.
Oh, there's a cool mission later, actually, where we have to lead this machine through an area. Nah, you can't call Day of the Tentacle shameful, man. That's a classic from back in the day. A lot of people grew up with games like that. It's easy to forget that when you're a bit younger, you see all these easy plats being released, like point-and-click adventures, and you forget that a lot of people, for them, they were like the big games back in the day. Like Day of the Tentacle was a huge game when it first came out, all those, probably decades ago now. Might be 20 years old by this point. It's like with games like Monkey Island and Broken Sword, stuff like that, that people consider to be easy plats. It's like, well, yeah, they're easy plats, but they're also games that people would play for fun because they remember the days when, you know, when they were actually the big games of the moment. Where's this guy? Oh, there he is. I have a bad habit of just constantly reloading. Oh yeah, absolutely, Mike. I'm with you, definitely. I play primarily games I enjoy. I sometimes challenge myself to get a hard platinum just because it's hard. A bit like, well, kind of like with Trackmania Turbo. I don't know if I ever will plat that, but that's mostly just because I love the look of it, I love the beta, and it was just so much fun, I just wanted to play it. But yeah, I have been doing more easy plats recently just because that's what the channel's about, so it's kind of, it builds up my knowledge of the games that I talk about on the channel. This is fun though, this is one of those easy plats that's worth playing. It's not a game that you would just play for the trophies. It's actually, like, I think really enjoyable. Tell you what, you can tell this is supposed to be 3 players. There's stuff everywhere. It's got plenty of life though, this hulking hound thing. Oh, I've got the other weapon, haven't I? Forgot about that. Nice, wow, it's powerful. Yeah, I totally forgot I picked up that second gun. Another Bond game, yeah, that'd be interesting.
Return to the outpost. Our work is far from over.
Yeah, again, there's some people. I think some people who, you know, claim a platinum is shameful, or they say like maybe they have a go at people who have easy plats in their collection. I think in a way they're less of a gamer, less of a trophy hunter, because I think judging games based on their trophies is, I don't know, it's just, I guess, a narrow way of looking at it. Because there's so many amazing games that have easy plats, and you wouldn't be like, oh, I'm not going to play that because I don't want to have a shameful plat on my account. You just play it because they're fun, you know? Like the well, not just Walking Dead, the Telltale games, they're great. A lot of them are so much fun. Even if they were tough plats, I'd play them. The fact that they have easy trophies doesn't mean that you should kind of feel bad about having them on your account. They're just games that you can't not earn the trophies for them, basically. That would be nice, Scythe. I have got a community on PS4 Venomous. I'll show you. Where is it? Communities. You can feel free to join this, guys. Yeah, good way of putting it, Lorna. To be honest, we all play the games we want to play, you know? I don't think anyone can judge anyone else's trophy set. Stay Patient trophies, 258 people so far. It's open, you know, you don't have to wait for me to accept you. Oh, there's events. Oh no, it must be just a new edition. That's cool though, you can set up like, you can set up boosting events and stuff. You can create an event and invite other players. Let's see how this works, because name, description, yeah, start time, duration. Does it have like, yeah, number of players you can join. So if you want to set up a boosting session, guys, come onto the Stay Patient community and you can set up events. That's awesome. That's very handy. You can do that on any community as well. I think other people can do it, or maybe it's just me, I don't know. You could try it out. Please post more in it. Yeah, I know, I'm terrible at that. There's so many ways, there's so many different like avenues of communication that people use to talk to me. You know, obviously there's comments on YouTube, there's email, which a lot of people contact me by, there's messages on PSN, there's Patreon, and there's Twitter, and becomes quite a lot to keep up with eventually. Oh, crumbs, I'm getting wrecked here. If you're watching this wondering how hard or easy it is, you don't need to base it on, you know, the difficulty that I'm playing it on, because you don't need to, you do need to complete the game on hard difficulty, which is the one that we're on now, but you could technically just go back and redo all the missions once you've leveled up, I suppose. You don't have to do it with all 3 characters. Yeah, you're right. If you've only got easy platinums, then, well, although you say it's nothing to be proud of, I think, like, you got to remember everyone's different. So what one person might find really easy, another person might find really difficult. For instance, like I find games like WRC, like the rally games, super easy because I'm a big racing game fan, but someone else might really struggle with racing because it's not their kind of genre. So, you know, they'll spend hours and hours grinding away, like trying to build up the skill required to finish like a WRC rally game or whatever. And to them, that's something they're really proud of. But someone else, like me, it'd just be like a platinum I do for fun. It's another plat to add to the collection. So I think, you know, we're all proud of things that we personally either struggled with or put a lot of time into. Because that's the other thing, like some people, like one of the things that can make games difficult isn't necessarily the difficulty level, but it's maybe a long grind, or it's putting the required time in or whatever.
We are one step closer to stopping the act.
Everyone's got different schedules, we've all got different amounts of time available. So sometimes you might be really proud of being able to earn a platinum that took a long time when you don't have much time to spare. It's all about like managing your time well. Obviously some people literally, they just pile up all of the easy platinums, ones that they know are just like super simple and they never challenge themselves, and that's a shame, but if that's how they enjoy it, that's fair enough. But I think having a mixture is good. Because if your account's quite small, if your account's low level but it's got really hard plats, that's great, but no one ever notices it because it's not high enough level for people to even pay attention to it. But if you use some easy plats to get your level up, but also put hard plats on there so that when people check you out, they see those hard plats, I think that's a good kind of middle ground. Because it makes sure that you're high enough level to get noticed, but you've also got some nice, impressive trophies on there. Listen to me rambling on. I will be, yeah, Alice Action. Yep, I'll be covering the free games tomorrow. I'll be covering the North American sale, which is probably already up, or will be very soon in the next couple of hours. Obviously it's late here, so I won't have time to do the video tonight. That's why I do it on Wednesdays, the next day. But yeah, that'll be 2 videos I need to put up tomorrow, as well as maybe making a bit more progress on my Nero guide. Oh, wow.
Watch your step, lads.
Watch your step, lads. Alrighty. Let's see what's going on in the chat. Oh yeah, I see what you mean, Christopher, yeah. Yeah, there are easy plats and then there's easy plats. Yeah, there are ones that are enjoyable. Like if someone had an account where all they had was Japanese visual novels, maybe all the sound shape stacks, even though that is fun, and maybe like all of the PS3 like Disney games and stuff, you'd be like, hang on, you're trophy hunting just to get the trophies, you're not enjoying your gaming because none of those games are fun, apart from sound shapes. But again, that's like that's great, but if that was the only game on your account, you had all 6 stacks, and that would be a bit lazy. But yeah, like you say, there are really fun, easy plats. So if all you had on your account was games like, let's say, Horizon Zero Dawn, Far Cry, Ratchet and Clank, like that's a good account because you've played some awesome games. You know, you've had a lot of fun. Just because they're easy, it doesn't sort of negate the value of your account because it's a reflection of the games that you enjoyed. I think I would actually question the legitimacy of someone as a trophy hunter if all they had was really hard plats, because I'd be like, hang on, you're kind of putting too much weight on the difficulty of the platinums, and maybe you're depriving yourself of some great games just because you don't want to play them because they're too easy. So that's why I say I think a balance is important, because if all you have is crappy easy plats or all you have is really tough ones, then people can tell that you're putting far too much importance on just having trophies in the first place than actually enjoying your time earning them. Trying to melee him there. Okay. Oh yeah, I do some Japanese visual novels as well. Mostly I buy them because of the trophy servers, and then I do them on my account, you know, at the same time. But that's the thing; they're fine if you're peppering them in with other games.
Signal disruptor remains
Like I think it's quite good to, you know, play the games that you're in. Oh, I'm gonna die here. Yeah. Right. This is what happens when you die. You can actually land on the enemies. You can land your pod on them, and it will kind of squash them. Ready? Boom. Yeah, this is how easy the game is. There is a trophy for like not dying in like one level or something, but for the most part, you can just respawn whenever. You have infinite lives. It's super easy. This is another thing as well, actually. Some games, they're easy if you play them in the right way, but you can still make them difficult. So for instance, Horizon, you could whack the difficulty up. It's still not going to be very hard. But sometimes a game's trophies are easy, but the game itself is difficult. So if you've got the game on your account, people might assume that you took the easy route and got the trophies nice and quick and didn't bother doing the rest of the stuff in the game and maybe played it on the easiest setting. But that might not be the case. You might have really challenged yourself. It's a bit like how I, you know, when I was streaming, I did all the trophies for Fallout 4, but I love the game so much that I streamed it again. I did a second playthrough. I haven't finished it, it's still on the go, but I was streaming it on very hard, I think, or hard, not on Survivor, because at the time they were making changes to Survivor and I was like waiting for those changes. But, you know, I was playing it through. Everything takes so much longer, but it's so much more enjoyable. So you could technically just blast through the Fallout 4 Platinum in like 30 hours just by streamlining, not doing any of the side content, not doing like playing on the easiest setting, not playing around with the settlement building and the weapon crafting. So if you've got that on your account, some people might think, oh, he's just, you know, just taking the easy route. But some people might spend hundreds of hours on the hardest setting really challenging themselves, and it's still the same trophies, but I don't think you can ever really judge someone based on their trophy you know, trophy list, because you just never know how they approach the games. It's like Nier Automata, you know? You can buy trophies in that, can't you? And I like that idea just because they're like miscellaneous trophies. You just don't have to worry about earning them on the way through. I'll try and earn them on the way through, but I think it's quite nice to just be able to play and not have to stress out over trophies. You still have to complete it a bunch of times and get all the endings and stuff. But, oh wow, one hit. Blimey. But yeah, you know, you look at someone's trophy collection, they might have bought the trophies, they might have done it legit. What? I rolled them. Okay. He's literally one hit killing me. I'm trying to roll out of the way every time, but I think my controller was playing up a little bit. Is he even taking damage while he's invisible? Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, cool. Boom, there we go. Yeah, I think they should have some kind of achievement system on... Oh, Clicker Heroes. Yeah, is that doesn't have a plat on PS4, does it? I need to try that out because that looks really addictive, annoyingly so.
Upgraded approaching.
Another thing is the fact that sometimes you don't know if someone played a game for trophies or because they enjoyed it. So like I'm really interested in playing Letterquest because I love games like Scrabble. And I think it is an easy trophy set, so people might look at my account and be like, oh, he's played that for the trophies, but I won't be playing it for the trophies. I'll earn the trophies along the way, but I'll be playing it because it looks really good. You know, if I was playing it just for the trophies, I wouldn't bother because it doesn't have a platinum, but I'd like to find the time to try that out. Is it going to be really long-winded, Clicker Heroes? I've never played it, even on mobile. Oh, man. Is it that long-winded? It says, don't start Clicker Heroes, stay patient, or you're doomed and you'll have to close your channel. Yeah, I'm glad to hear Letter Quest isn't overly easy. Come on, through the mines. Flipping out, man. 1,500 hours. See, that's a great example of games that make you think, like, you know, what does Sony base it on when it comes to trophies? How do they decide if a game has a platinum or not? It's ridiculous. If a game's going to take 1,500, then surely it's big enough to have a plat. That was their argument. It's like, oh, the game has to be long, has to be a certain length to be able to have a platinum trophy. And I've always called absolute, like, BS on that, because there were games on PS3 that were, you know, pretty long and didn't have plats, and vice versa. But now it's been proved beyond doubt. You've got games like Livelock that have platinums that take 20 minutes, and then you've got games like Clicker Heroes that take 1,500 hours with scripts, and they don't have plats. Oh. 4-player trophy. Are there 4-player trophies for Little Big Planet 3? I think you can. I think you must be able to. What's the word? Like do it split screen or whatever. You know, couch co-op. Because I never played with 4 players online.
Recalibrate the multispectral scanner.
Oh man.
Recalibration complete. Attention, intellect. I am detecting seismic activity beneath your current position. Prepare yourself.
Oh, we got a ton of. Oh yeah, they're all coming out of the. This is a good place to get a destruction streak.
Function recalculating.
There's no defensive capabilities on this character. Hopefully get something later on. Some kind of shield or something. Flipping heck, man. It's kicking off. Yeah, I tell you what, the tank guy is a lot easier. Let's see if we can squash one. Haha, nice. Yeah, the tank guy is definitely easier. I didn't have any trouble with these sections.
Where these tin cans keep coming from?
Abaddon forces are traveling underground using the abandoned service tunnels, a relic of humanity's past.
Oh man, I'm getting really tired. I might actually call it there, to be honest, guys, because for some reason I'm just getting, my eyes are starting to hurt. You know, when you have a headache coming on through tiredness and watching a screen for too long. Let's have a look though. Oh, we got people joining us, have we? I was literally just saying that I'm probably going to call it there just because I'm feeling a bit knackered. This was... hang on. Go back to lobby. It's really loud. My headset's overly loud. That's probably half the problem. This is Livelock. It's kind of similar to Alien Nation, to be honest. Let's go back here and turn the system music off because it does my head in after a while. There we go, that's better. Peace and quiet. Right, so let's just have a look, see if any of you guys are asking anything that I've missed. Oh yeah, I heard about that. That's Clicker Heroes, right? It's got loads of achievements on Steam, so they could have easily made it a plat, but they've just given it 12 measly trophies. Oh, the quest on Little Big Planet 3 requires 4 players. There is actually a glitch you can use to bypass all those quests. You can literally you can create a map with like with a ticker, like I forget what you call it. It's like a start timer and a finish timer, and you can set it up in very particular ways where you basically complete all the side quests within the creation mode, and you can get the trophy that way. I think it's probably been patched, but you know, you could always delete the patch, I guess. Although if you've got it free from PS Plus, then you won't be able to because it's downloadable. But that's how I did it, because I enjoyed the game, but I didn't want to spend too long with it. It was like a game that I wanted to have a bit of fun with, just doing the story. And the hardest thing, obviously, the thing I skipped wasn't difficult. It was just long-winded, and you needed 4 people. But I did, you know, all the hardest stuff, which is like doing all the missions without dying. Did all that legit. It's not difficult, but it's the hardest thing in the game. Let's see. Do you use RGB full or limited on your TV monitor? It depends what TV you've got. I use obviously full. What you need to do is, if you're using full RGB, then you need to use what's it called? Normal or high black level. It might be called like HDMI black level or something. I'm just going to find it on my TV here. You won't be able to see this, obviously. But if I go to picture, on my TV it's called HDMI black level. I think on LG's it's just called black level. But basically, if you have it on normal or high, that kind of pairs up with full RGB. And if you've got it on limited RGB, then you need to have black level on low, because they kind of, that's how they pair up and they like balance each other out. But you need to make sure that your TV supports full RGB if you're going to use it, because most old TVs don't. The best way to do that, in fact, I'll show you this, guys, because it's quite handy for anyone trying to calibrate their TVs. It's more for like older TVs, really, but if we go to the Lagom, if you search for on your Lagom TV calibration, if you search for this on the browser of the PS4, it gives you some test images, and you basically use the black and white ones. Oh yeah, it will look better. You want to make sure you've got the black level set right though, because the thing is, a lot of people, if their TVs don't support, either if their TVs don't support full RGB, or if they haven't set it up properly for full RGB, when they first turn it on, it looks better in certain areas. Like when it's daylight, it looks better because the dark areas are darker, so it just looks more defined. But that's not how it's supposed to look. It is supposed to look defined, it's supposed to look good, obviously, but if you then went to a really dark area, you wouldn't be able to see unless you had it calibrated right. So if you use images like these here, so on this Lagom TV calibration site, you've got the black level, and basically you want to be able to see as many of the blacks as possible, so I can just about make out number 1 there. And on the white level, white saturation, you also need to be able to see up to like 252 or 253, the little grey boxes, the checkered marks, I can just about make out 254. So what will happen is if you've got it set up incorrectly, either one of them will be fine, you'll be able to see all the blacks, but you won't be able to see all the whites, or vice versa. So use these images, they're very useful for making sure that, like for instance, if you turn on full RGB on your TV and you set your black level to high or normal, and then you come on this site and you can't see that top row of blacks, then that means your TV doesn't support full RGB basically. Obviously you can play around with the brightness and stuff, but you don't want to have to change them totally. Anyway, bit of a random offshoot there, kind of tangent. Let's see though. Just got my plat 1 hour ago, and I got Drake's Fortune remastered. Nice, man. Drake's Fortune, that's the first one, isn't it? Yeah. That's quite tough if you do it legit. Crushing difficulty, and whatever the new difficulty is can be a bit challenging. There are kind of glitches you can use, but I'm guessing you did it legit, which is nice going, man. But yeah, we're going to call it there, guys. It's been 2.5 hours. I know it's not been 2.5 hours on YouTube, but overall it's been 2.5. So just to sum up, I am going to carry this stream on Tuesdays. I may look into doing a bit of streaming on Twitch, just because it's going to help like expand the channel a bit and bring in new viewers, and just reach a wider audience, I suppose. To anyone watching this after, I think I might leave it on. I'm not sure. It's been a bit of a messy stream, but I might upload it. I apologise if you're not able to see the chat. What I'll probably do is leave it on as an automatic kind of archived stream, in which case I think you can see the chat happening as it's playing. So that might be the answer to our question or our problem, rather than going across to Twitch. Anyway, guys, I'm going to shoot. I'll catch you all tomorrow for the 2 videos relating to the sales and everything. Yeah, this has been fun. Don't forget, on Tuesdays, keep your eye on Twitter. In fact, if I post my Twitter here, because it is different, it's different to what it is on YouTube, you'll be able to vote on what games we're going to play, and we can kind of decide that beforehand to save us spending a bunch of time at the start of the stream figuring it out. So if you follow me there on Twitter. Oh crap, broken foot, damn. Will you be able to see it later? I think so, yeah. I'll probably leave it on. But yeah, just make sure to follow me, guys, because I'd like to be able to figure out what game we're going to play and arrange everything, like if we're streaming with people, get them all organised before the stream starts, and then we can just get straight into the gaming rather than kind of spending time at the start figuring everything out. F1 2016 actually isn't a hard plat. That new rally game, which one? There's a bunch of rally games. Colin McRae, or Dirt Rally, sorry, is very difficult. The others are pretty easy. Anyway, guys, that's my Twitter. Stay _patient. Yeah, cool. Anyway, have a great one, guys. I'm gonna go because I need an early night tonight to be able to have the energy for making the 2 or 3 videos that will be put up tomorrow. But I'll catch you then. Have a good one. See you later.